folks, the Filipina P here, and I've left Savannah and I just passed through Atlanta. Instead of stopping there to show you guys the Coke Museum or the aquarium, that kind of stuff, I'm sure you can just Google it or watch it on YouTube. I'm sure they're interesting, but I told you I'm gonna take you to the real America. Today we're here at the site of the first gold rush here in America. That's right, we're here in Dahlonega, Georgia at Croissant Gold Mine. It's an actual working gold mine. And today, folks, I'm gonna show you what it means to be a real Filipina gold digger. I think we got some color. Look. The Blue Ridge Mountains of northern Georgia are hundreds of millions of years old, and as it turns out, they're full of gold. Constant erosion carried the gold down to the foothills of the mountains, and in 1828, its discovery started America's first gold rush. Hopeful prospectors swarmed the area, all hoping to strike it rich, and as fortunes were made, a town sprung up to cater to the miners, the town of Dahlonega. Today, the city still bears the marks of its gold mining past, and even though most visitors come to see the changing leaves and beautiful views of the Blue Ridge Mountains, there are still people who dream of hitting the mother lode. And today, one of those people is me. For those of you that think that gold mining is some 1800s dream, think again. It's big business. One look at all the pans, rockers, trommels, pickaxes, shovels, boots, metal detectors, sluices, and other equipment will tell you there are quite a few people who take gold mining pretty seriously. Can you actually make a living at it? Or is it more of a hobby? Well, after looking at some of the price tags on this stuff, I'd say that if it's a hobby, it's a pretty darn expensive one. Well, I don't have any of this high-tech gear, so I'll just try my hand at panning the old-fashioned way. The Croissant Gold Mine has been in the family for 4 generations. Not only do they find gold here, but also gemstones. Maybe I could find a big old diamond so my future husband won't have to buy me a ring. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky. This is a hydraulic water cannon, and during the early days of the gold rush, they used pressurized water to blast the side of the mountain to expose the gold. It wasn't eco-friendly for sure, but hey, it was 2 centuries ago. Behind me is some of the quartz that was taken from this mine, and what the miners would do is crush them to liberate the gold, because if there's quartz, there's often gold. This is the only operational stamp mill in the state of Georgia. So this is the machine that crushes quartz to get at the gold. Alright folks, so we've got some gold ore from the mine, and let's see if we can get some gold. Let's start panning. You gotta shake, shake, shake. So the trick is to soak the material in water and shake it around the pan to get the gold to sink to the bottom because it's heavier. Then you just shake off the top layers little by little until you start to see some flakes, if you're lucky. An experienced miner can shake a pan in just a couple minutes, but I'm not an experienced miner, and I don't want to shake out the gold along with the worthless stuff. Oh look guys, I think we got some color. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm gonna get my little jar and I'm gonna dry my finger and collect our gold. Okay, got the little flakes. Okay, let's get some more. There's more. Look, I got 3 more. 1, 2, 3. There's gold in them thar hills. Ooh, I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. We're not getting rich. Well, that was fun. It was a lot of work. Well, that's what you do when you need some gold. Now I'm a millionaire. Hardly. Okay, 1,000 more pans to go to fill this up. Well, that was a lot of fun. Alright folks, so we've got the material from different part of this mine and we're going to be using the sluice method. If we get lucky, we can get some gemstones like sapphires, garnets, some amethysts. I'm so excited, and maybe some rubies too. So let's start. So shake it, shake it. Whoa. Nope. Let's dump some more. Ooh, let's see. Do we have anything? Nope. Not yet. Nope. There's a teeny tiny one. This is small thing. I'll put it in my goodie bag. Yeah. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, I think this is a garnet. That's huge. Okay. And I don't know what that is. It's just a stone. What else? Let's see. Ooh, what is this? Is it a sapphire or something? Well, that was a blast. Let me see what I've got. All right, so we have here a real-life prospector from Consolidated Gold Mines. Hey there, Matt. How are you?
Doing well. How are you doing today?
So far, so good. Well, tell us about this place.
Well, sure. This here was the site of one of the first major gold rushes here in America. Started in about 1830. However, the mine we are currently in front of did not start until about 1898.
Oh, wow.
And it only ran for about 8 short years before, believe it or not, the company went bankrupt.
Wow.
Not entirely sure how you do that on top of a literal gold mine, but that's probably why I'm still trying to find some.
Well, how did you get into this business?
Honestly, I went down to the river one time and my friends thought it'd be fun to, do some fishing, and well, I saw something shiny in the river, picked it up. It turns out that was actually a little bit of a gold nugget.
Are you sure it wasn't my precious?
Certainly hope not, because if so, I might need to scoot over a little bit here.
Right. So what's the biggest nugget you ever found?
Biggest nugget I found was
Yeah.
about a 1.1 gram nugget.
Ooh, how much was it?
When we appraised that was between, at the time, about $60 worth of gold. I mean, gold prices fluctuate all the time.
Right, and they don't go down, right? They appreciate?
They will go down. It really depends on the market. But
Okay.
most I've seen gold up to is about $3,000 an ounce. Lowest I've seen it is about $1,800, give or take.
Wow. So what is the basic equipment you have to be a prospector?
The first thing that you need is a gold pan.
You don't need those fancy...
No.
machines?
Only
Okay.
if you're really trying to find big stuff. But most of the time, just to be a prospector, go down on the weekends, you just need a gold pan.
Do you need a special permit to do that?
Only if you're on private property. If you're on public property, there are some bylaws that go associated with it. But for the most part, so long as you're not digging in the bank and you're in the water, you can pan it, use a shovel, but you're not allowed to use any other equipment.
Do people get gold fever and get broke?
I don't know about going broke, but gold fever is absolutely a real thing. That's part of what got me started into it. You see, I found it, and for the first week, I was addicted to finding gold. Really, so long as you have these 2 basic principles down, you can learn how to gold pan in about 2.5 minutes. What you're doing is when you shake the pan side to side, you're sinking all the gold down to the bottom of the sand. So that way, whenever you put the pan under the water, it just pulls the light stuff off the top. So there is a bunch of stuff in the sand that looks like gold.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
I know they're like shimmery, shiny, like it's sparkly, very
yep.
sparkly. So
Oftentimes, that is going to be mica, just this really light, flaky stuff you see in the sand and some of the rocks all around these parts.
yeah, not all that glitters is gold.
Nope, unfortunately not. I wish it was, because if it was, I'd be retired by now.
Yeah. Okay, so do people just buy gold?
I know you can go to a We Buy Gold place, but they usually won't take it until you have what's called a pennyweight. Now, a pennyweight is almost about a gram's worth of gold. In fact, if you look at this tube right here.
Oh yeah, those are the ones that I found today.
Well, this one right here, that fleck you see may not look like it, but it's probably worth about $1 to about $1.50.
Oh wow, $1?
Mm-hmm. If you were to fill up that entire tube with just gold, you would have yourself almost $2,000 today. Because that right there is a 1 ounce tube, and that's about how much an ounce of gold goes for these days.
Okay.
But do you see the little line right here at the bottom of the vial right there? That is called the pennyweight line. If you fill the gold all the way up to that pennyweight line, that's usually when people would start to take it, and that would be about a gram of gold.
Okay, so that's like the minimum that they
Yes,
get.
and that would usually be worth a gram of gold right now. I want to say is probably worth about $60 to $70.
Neat.
So might need to go through a few more couple pans before you get there.
Oh my goodness. So how can I do it more efficiently? How long does it take you to pan?
I can be done with a pan in less than 30 seconds.
Oh my goodness. So I'm doing this all wrong. Well, aside from that, I got those stones are...
Yes. So these two right here just look like dirty rocks. It just looks like something you find when walking out in the trail.
Right.
Those right there are actually garnets.
Really?
Yep. Now garnets are, in my opinion, one of the prettiest stones out there. Most people think rubies when they hear red.
Right.
I like garnets way more, because when those get cut, they turn into like a wine red, as opposed to rubies, which just turn out red. And these will have a lot more shine to it than rubies do.
Oh,
At least from my experience.
So, what about this? I don't know what this is.
Unfortunately, I know it looks like gold, but that is what we call fool's gold.
Oh, fool's gold.
Yep, that is going to be a giant chunk of iron pyrite.
Yeah, it fooled me for a sec too. I was like, oh my goodness, there's a nugget. But nope.
Nope, unfortunately not. Now, a couple of the things you see here. Now, those are going to be bits of quartz.
Okay.
Now, one thing to bear in mind when it comes to gold mining or prospecting or any of that, if you find quartz and iron in the same area, gold is usually not too far behind.
Oh.
So, if you know the area has a lot of quartz, you might need to start thinking about setting up shop.
Okay. What about this?
This one right here, that is a local stone you'll find around these parts known as apatite. Not like...
Apatite?
Yep, kind of like when you get hungry.
Okay.
Just that one's spelled with one less P than the one you get around lunchtime.
Right. So, is it worth anything?
No.
Oh.
That one right there, you know, if you got a slingshot, you got yourself a little bit of ammo. That's what I'm going to tell you there.
Yeah. What about the garnets? Are these worth anything?
Yes. So there's 4 precious stones that I know of and that I usually look out for. Garnets are one of them. The other ones would be ruby, sapphire, or emeralds. Now you can find sapphires and rubies around these parts, but they're very rare.
Very rare.
Very rare.
I'm getting interested in this, gold business. I've seen this series. They go to Alaska and such. It's like
Gold Rush.
Yeah, the Gold Rush. Yeah.
Yes.
So is it really, true that they're getting that much gold?
I struggle to believe they're finding that much.
I know.
Now,
Pulling nuggets of gold. Yeah,
right, because they're pulling out, or they're processing how many tons of material and they're pulling out pounds of gold. You're hard pressed to find stuff like that. Now, is it possible that that's real? Could be. I don't know enough about what happens behind the scenes, but I'm inclined to believe probably not.
Okay, for someone like me who doesn't know a lot about gold, if I decide to go to the river and pan for gold, what should I look for?
So what you're going to want to look for, don't look for where the sand is depositing. Because since gold is so heavy, it's going to be one of the first things that deposits in the river. What you're going to want to look for is where the rocks are starting to drop out at. because
Okay.
that's where the heavy stuff is going to be. So you'll notice that some rivers will change their course and directions. You're going to want to look closer to where that is, because all the light stuff is going to be getting carried further on, but your gold is going to be deposited closer to the beginning of that bend. If you're not finding any more of that black sand,
Then you have to move on.
You should probably move on, because that black sand is all iron, lead, hematite, and things like that.
Right.
And the gold will like to deposit somewhere around where that black sand is.
Well, Matt, that was really interesting. I really appreciate your input. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, and thank you for interviewing me.
Well, folks, it looks like I didn't find my pot of gold, but I sure had a blast and I learned a lot about gold mining. And that's it for the state of Georgia, and I'll be back in 3 more days in a different state. Where will I be? You have to stay tuned to find out. Till then, folks, bye. Well, you folks have given me a long list of places to try, and one thing that keeps popping up is Five Guys Burgers. I don't know what's so special about Five Guys, but you ask and I deliver. Five Guys Burgers, hello. I don't know what to get. Let me see. Can you recommend the best burger here at Five Guys?
Best burger?
Yeah.
Would be the bacon cheeseburger.
Okay, let's get that one then.
Okay, what would you like on that? So it's going to come plain. You have to add all your toppings to it.
Okay, maybe a little bit of everything.
So we can do all the way, which is going to include these 8 items.
Okay.
Or you can pick and choose.
Let's do all the way.
All the way? Okay.
Maybe I should get the milkshake.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have our flavors up in here. The only flavors we're out of today are the strawberry and banana. We have
Oh,
everything
no strawberry. Okay, well, that's fine. Maybe let's try salted caramel, please.
else left. Okay, do you want whipped cream on that?
Sure.
Okay. Anything else for you?
I think that would be all.
All right, the new total is going to be $20.52 today.
All right.
Got 2 patties.
Thank you. All right, so I ordered 1 bacon cheeseburger all the way and 1 salted caramel milkshake. And the total is $22.57. See what I told you about your fast food prices? It feels like I'm paying for Five Guys. Here we go. Let's see what the fuss is all about. It's huge. I should, oh my goodness. Whoa. That's a ginormous burger. Okay. Let's devour this monstrosity. Can I even bite all the way? Let's see. I know this is not so ladylike to do that, but I'll try my best. I don't know how to do this. Bacon is so crispy. It's got pickles and it's got tomatoes, lettuce and cheese. Pure goodness and pure heart attack. Now, a lot of you guys have predicted that I'm gonna gain some weight during my trip because of all the airport food, all the dining out, all the fast food. And remember, I weighed myself live on my previous video when I started my journey. So I'm gonna weigh myself shortly to see if all the food I've been eating has any effect. Who knows? Well, folks, here's my honest verdict on this burger. The quality, the taste is superb, but I don't think I'll be eating a lot of burgers here because of the cost. If I did, I'd need Five Guys as roommates to cover the expense. But folks, thanks a lot for your recommendation. This is off my bucket list now, and keep them coming.
If you think about it, I'm kind of like your waitress, bringing hot, fresh content to the table and serving it to you every week. The only thing I ask for my hard work is that you leave a small tip in the form of a thumbs up on this video, a subscription to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you know when your next meal has been served, and asking you to share this video with friends. I promise, it'll only take 10 seconds to do, and your tip will make my day. You don't want to stiff your waitress, do ya? And for dessert, please enjoy my other videos too. See you real soon!